علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Okay, today inshallah we will be having this is the third, right? The third class of our second part of Aqeedah. So, inshallah, we are going to talk about another part of training the soul and the heart to become, let's say, to strengthen our belief in general. Okay. In general, we know the word moral. Actually, morals, it touches two parts in our life. There are morals related to the soul, and there are morals related to the body. So, when I practice the morals related to the soul, then I am practicing my soul to be similar to angels. And when I am practicing the morals related to my body, then I am training my body to be okay with the morals of my soul. Now, the morals related to my body, they are related to this dunya. Because my body is dealing with the things in this dunya. But the morals related to my soul, they are related to the hereafter. But it is a fact that I need both in this life. And it is also a fact that I need both in the hereafter. So, if my body, if the morals of my body, they are not trained to go along with the soul, then I will not be happy in paradise. Is there sadness in paradise? No, this is what Allah says. لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. So in paradise, you don't feel scared and you don't feel sad. So this means that I will never go to paradise unless the morals of my body, they are trained to go along with the morals of my soul. Now, it is also another fact that the soul and the body, they will never ever be separated. They will only be separated for few seconds. Remember, when the angel of death take the soul away from the body, just to see the place there and come back. Those are the only few seconds. So it is a fact that the body and the soul, they are together since ever and forever. But when I am able to train my body and my soul together for following the rules of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, then I will be safe. Again, when I am training my soul and body to work together for following the rules of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, then I will be saved. Now, the body needs the wisdom to be able to follow the rules of Allah. And the soul needs to have the good relation with the angels to know the rules of Allah. Now, remember we said before that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ told us that the sin has bad smell. Who smell these bad smells? Angels. So when they smell this bad smell, they will leave. Remember this? Now, if I want angels to be closer to me and familiar with me, then I should be away from making sin. So, when I am working on my soul and my body to be away from making sin, then I am making myself closer to angels. Now listen carefully. Angels, do they care about this life? No. Okay. Angels, do they care about the hereafter? No. Angels, do they care about paradise? No. What do angels care about? Angels care about the obedience of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Clear? Why angels? They were discussing the issue of the creation of Adam. Why they were unhappy with this action or with this issue? We go back to Quran chapter 2. وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً. Allah told angels that I'm going to create on earth a representative of me. So what angels said? قَالُوا أَتَجْعَلُ فِيهَا مَنْ يُفْسِدُ فِيهَا وَيَسْفِكُ الدِّمَاءَ. You are going, they said, angel, are you going to create someone or a nation that they will cause corruption and kill each other? Causing corruption is disobeying Allah. And killing others is disobeying Allah. What is the opposite? وَنَحْنُ نُسَبِّحُ بِحَمْدِكَ وَنُقَدِّسُ لَكَ. And we, angels, نُسَبِّحُ بِحَمْدِكَ. We are praising you and we are thanking you. وَنُقَدِّسُ لَكَ. And we are relating everything to you, and we are glorying you, and we know that everything is under your control. So, what makes angels happy? When everything belongs to angels is obeying Allah. So, when angels, they see everything around them obeying Allah, then this brings happiness to angels. Of course, we don't talk about angels because angels, they never disobey Allah. Because angels, they don't have free will. So they obey Allah all the time.
天使们没有自由意志，所以他们都是不断，就是一直都是在服从阿拉的。
Clear? Now, when I am working on my soul and my body to become similar to angels, so what will make me happy?
那如果说我不断的去训练我的灵魂跟我的肉体，然后去服从阿拉的时候，那什么事情会让我开心？还是这样吗？
The same thing as angels.
就跟天使们一样。
So I will be so unhappy when I disobey Allah,
所以当我违背阿拉的时候，我自己就感到不开心。
and I will be so unhappy when I see things around me disobey Allah or others around me disobey Allah.
那我看到我周遭的人，他们都在违背阿拉的时候呢，我也会觉得很不开心。
See, the Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam.
先知苏莱曼，
Remember, the Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam is the one who was talking to animals and controlling the wind and so and so.
他可以跟动物讲话，也可以去掌管风。
When the hudhud, that bird, when he was away from the meeting with Sulaiman,
当这只鸟公主她会去参加苏莱曼她的会议，
when he came back, what did he say?
那这公主这只鸟回来的时候说了什么？
He told Sulaiman that I found a nation, I found a group of people, إني وجدت امرأة, I found a female who is controlling group of people.
他跟所罗曼先知说的，我看到有一个地方呢，它是这个国家是有一个女性在掌控，
Remember Bilqis and the people of Saba.
就是在撒巴这个地方的这个女王。
So they, what did he say? What did he say? He said that I found this lady, إني وجدت امرأة تملكهم. He said that I found this lady, and she is controlling them. And this is not the part. The main part is, he said, I found her and her people worshipping someone else, not Allah.
他说我看到这个女生跟她统治的女王跟她统治的人民，他们不是在崇拜阿拉，
I found them bowing to the sun,
我看到他们在跟太阳叩头，
not bowing to Allah.
不是跟阿拉叩头。
So the bird, he knows that we should only worship Allah.
所以连这只鸟都知道，我们都只应该去崇拜阿拉而已。
So this is only an example, but actually it is not only the bird, it is all the creation. They are worshiping Allah.
这只是一个小的例子，事实上，所有阿拉一切的造物都是在崇拜阿拉。
So we go back to the soul and the body.
我们再回到灵魂跟肉体，
When I am training my soul to be able to become a friend of angels,
如果我训练我的灵魂，让我的灵魂能够成为天使们的好朋友，
then my happiness and enjoyment will be same as the happiness and enjoyment of angels.
所以我的这个会让我开心的事情呢，就是跟天使们是一样的。
So I will be doing the things that angels they do,
所以我做的事情就是跟天使们一样，
with the difference that angels they don't have free will and I have a free will.
唯一的不同点是天使们没有自由意志，但是我有。
Then whose mission is harder? My mission or the angel's mission?
谁的任务是比较困难的？是我的还是天使？
My mission is harder than the mission of angels.
我的任务是比天使们的任务还要困难。
This is why Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. I gave a special level to Bani Adam, to the children of Adam.
这是为什么阿拉有说呢？我会给亚当的子嗣们更高的一个
To the children of Adam.
对
Highest level. The highest level of my creation is the children of Adam.
就是阿拉说的，我最更高的这个造物呢，就是亚当的后代。
And karamna, it means that the noblest is the children of Adam.
就是最高贵的、最高尚的造物，就是亚当的后代。
How come? Suppose it should be angels.
照理说应该是天使才是比较高贵的，
No, they are not angels because angels they don't have free will.
但因为天使们他们没有自由意志。
But who is the children of Adam? Any children of Adam?
但是我们要讲到的是，亚当的后代是所有的後代吗？
Alaykum salam wa rahmatullah. Not any children of Adam.
不是所有的后代，
The children of Adam who is acting same as angels.
而是亚当的后代当中，那些他们的行为举止是跟天使们一样的这些人才算在这里面。
So, do you want to become better than the angel? Yes, then do the things that angels they do. You will become better than them simply because they don't have a free will, you have a free
如
will.
果你想要让自己呢能够比天使们更好的话呢，那你就是要去做天使们所做的事情。那虽然你们做的事情是一样的，但是天使们没有自由意志，那你有自由意志，但是你在有自由意志的情况下，你还可以达到做到像天使一样的东西的话，所以你是比天使更高尚。
Now we are touching the point of happiness.
那我们现在讲到的就是这个幸福，
We have two parts of happiness.
有两种幸福，
There is temporary happiness,
一种是短暂的，
and there is an eternal
还有一种
happiness. Not eternal, let us say permanent happiness.
永恒的。
Now, what is the difference?
这两者有什么差异？
Now, the temporary happiness related to the body and desire,
短暂的幸福呢，是跟我们的身体和欲望有关；
and the permanent happiness related to the soul.
永恒的幸福是跟我们的灵魂有关。
So, whenever I have a temporary happiness, I should know that this happiness will not go with me to paradise.
当我在享受这种短暂的幸福的时候，我必须要提醒我自己，这种短暂的幸福不会跟我到达后世，到达天堂。
What is the measurement of this temporary happiness?
那要什么样的来衡量这个是短暂的幸福？
Me, myself.
我自己可以去衡量。
Give you an example.
举个例子，
The happiness of drinking alcohol.
喝酒的乐趣，
Is it a temporary happiness or permanent
这
happiness?
是短暂的乐趣还是永恒的幸福？
Why? How can I know that it is temporary?
我怎么知道它是短暂的乐趣？
Because I'm sitting in the bar, the first cup, the second cup, the third cup, I'm sleeping.
因为我在酒吧这边喝了2-3杯之后，我就睡着了。
When I wake up, listen carefully. When I wake up,
当我醒过来，
do I talk about the enjoyment of drinking when I was at the bar?
当我醒过来的时候，我还会去跟人家讲到说我在酒吧里面喝酒的幸福感吗？
No.
不会。
Give you another example which is more clear.
再举个更明显的例子，
The happiness of committing adultery.
去通奸的这个乐趣，
Is it temporary happiness or permanent happiness?
是短暂还是永恒？
It is temporary.
它是短暂的。
You know, when the person commit adultery, after this incident finish, do they like to talk about it or they hope that nobody knows about it?
当两个人通奸完之后，他们还会想要再去讲这件事情吗？
They hope that nobody knows about it.
他们希望没有人知道。
While actually, when we have marriage, we announce it everywhere.
但是当我们结婚的话呢，我会就是公告给大家知道。
While actually it is the same.
但是这两件事情实际上是本质上是一样的。
It is related to that part of happiness. In one part, it is related to the same that sex part of happiness.
它两者都是性方面的一个乐趣。
But still, nobody say, "Oh, wow, you are bad. Yesterday you got married." Nobody will say
但
this.
是有人会讲说啊，你昨天结婚了，真糟糕。
While if anybody knows that yesterday you were committing adultery, they will say, "Oh, why you do this?"
那如果大家知道你昨天晚上有通奸的话，大家就会说你怎么可以这么做？
So this is a temporary happiness only during this short time.
所以这只是一个这段时间非常短暂的一个乐趣。
It is the same for everything. When, for example, there are some people, they are happy telling lies.
其他事情也一样，有些人他很喜欢说谎，
Once they start to tell lie, then they tell more lie, and they are so happy, then they start to dream and talk and so on, and then next day, they will not feel happy that yesterday they did so.
他们开始很喜欢扯谎，然后就是胡说八道，说了很多，他越讲越兴奋。那今天乱讲一通讲完之后，明天呢，他也不会再去讲昨天说一堆谎话，然后他觉得很开心。
Now, so every temporary happiness related to the body.
所以呢，所有短暂的乐趣都是跟身体有关。
But let us take this incident, for example, of drinking alcohol the whole night or committing adultery the whole night. This is temporary happiness.
就是不管是一整个晚上都在喝酒，或是一整个晚上都在通奸，这都是短暂的乐趣。
Let us take another part of happiness. Inshallah, one day we will reach to that part of happiness.
那另外一个是永恒的幸福，那一下来以后，我们都可以达到这个境界。
Someone who spent the whole night or part of the night make this prayer in a with a very strong submission.
然后他去礼拜，而且呢，他就是带着相当的一个专注，全神贯注的去礼拜。
Next day, does he feel the enjoyment of last night?
那隔天他可以感受到昨天晚上他做这件事情的一个乐趣吗？
He does.
他会感受到这种幸福感。
Does he feel the satisfaction of what he did last night?
那昨天晚上做这些崇拜，他会觉得非常的满意。
He does.
会。
Does he feel that he is closer to Allah with what he did?
他对于昨天所做的这些崇拜，他会觉得自己跟阿拉更靠近。
He does.
会。
Do you know why?
为什么？
Because next to him, angels, they are happy with what he did last night.
因为呢，他身边的天使呢，非常的开心他昨天做的这些崇拜。
This is the meaning of the hadith that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said that one part of angels, we call them at-tawafun, those who are going around people.
在有一则圣训里面，圣经或者有讲到说，有一群天使呢，他们是在人类之间的四周这边的到处的这个流动。
Those tawafun, those angels, at night, they walk around and they see the houses that they have light.
这些天使们在晚上的夜晚的时候呢，会到处去四处的去走动，然后去看到有的房子呢里面有一些光芒。
But not this light.
不是我们这种日光灯。
Not this light that we are watching movie the whole night. So it is not this light.
不是因为在家里看电影、看电视，所以灯光还是透明的。
It is the light of worshiping.
而是我们在家里面去崇拜阿拉的这种光芒。
Because angels, what they do in all of their life, what they do,
因为天使们一生中都在做什么事情？
they worship.
都在崇拜。
Those who gamble, do you see them in the masjid at night?
那一些喜欢赌博的人，在晚上可以看到他们在清真寺吗？
Where we see them?
你会在哪里看到他们？
We see them in the places where people are gathering to gamble.
就是那些赌场。
Those who drink, where we see them at night, we see them in the bar and nightclubs, the places where people they drink.
爱喝酒的人，我们可以在酒吧或是夜店看到他们。
And those who commit adultery, where we see them the place where people they commit adultery.
然后通奸的人呢，也会在那些特定的地方。
So angels, where we see them,
那天使会在哪里看到天使？
we see them in the places where people they practice the same thing that angels practice, which is worshiping.
所以呢，有这些人有在做跟天使一样的事情，你就可以在这个地方看到天使跟他们在一起。
So when angels they find that in this house there is someone who's practicing the same thing that they practice, then they will sit there.
天使们如果发现这个房子里面有人在做跟他们做同样的事情，天使就会来到这个房子里面跟他们在一起。
Then that house will be saved in their GBRS.
然后这个房子呢，在他们的这个位置定位里面就会有储存下来这个位置。
So then every night they will go to that place.
所以天使们每天晚上都会来到这个房子。
This is hadith from the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, but I add the GBRS. It is not from the Prophet Muhammad
这是圣
ﷺ.
经话或者圣经有记载的，这个位置定位是我自己加上去的。
One day, angels, they find that that house doesn't have light.
有一天，天使们就会发现这个房子里面没有光亮，
So they will not say, oh, okay, so he disbelieved now.
他们不会想说，哦，这个人已经不信道了。
They will not say that, okay, so now he stopped praying, stopped worshiping.
他们也不会说，哦，这个他已经停止崇拜了。
They will ask, what happened?
他们会问说，这个人怎么了？
Of course, they will be asking other angels who are in charge of that house.
他们去问其他去掌管负责这个房子的天使，
Why that house doesn't have light? What happened?
为什么这个房子里面晚上没有光亮？
So other angels, they will say, actually, he is sick.
那其他天使们就会说呢，因为他已经生病了，
So he cannot wake up for praying at night.
所以他晚上没有办法起床来礼拜。
Actually, he is frustrated. He lost all of his money. He was hurt. He is in the jail. He is this and that. He has a problem. He has a reason that he couldn't wake up and couldn't worship at night.
或者是他最近遭逢了很大的一个变数，他失去了一切，或者是他被抓去关，或者是他有什么样一个不幸的事情发生在身上，让他没有办法在晚上起来礼拜。
So all angels, they will gather together and make dua, asking Allah to help that house.
所以说的天使们就会集合起来，去一起做这个读啊，请求阿拉帮助这个人能
He says in Quran that من عمل صالحا من ذكر أو أنثى وهو مؤمن فلنحيينه حياة طيبة. Whoever does a good deed, male or female, فلنحيينه حياة طيبة. He will have a good life. Good life doesn't mean money. Good life doesn't mean authority. Good life doesn't mean power. Actually, the real good life means happiness. But not temporary happiness. It is permanent happiness. Now, again, we collect things together to keep going with the soul. The highest level of happiness is the permanent happiness. The permanent happiness is the soul happiness. Now, the soul happiness is the same happiness that angels they have. Now let me tell you something. Alhamdulillah, we are Muslims. Now, do we love the Prophet Muhammad or not? Of course, mashallah, the answer is, oh yes, of course. Then we say that this is small sunnah, why don't we do it? Okay, we'll talk about it later. But yes, alhamdulillah, we love the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. No matter who is rich, who is poor, if it is confirmed that if you pay $1 million, you will be able to see the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And if you pay $2 million, you will be able to sit and talk to him. Will we be working on getting this $2 million to see him and talk to him, or we will say no need? We will work on it to sit and talk to him. Right? Now, this is an example that when I love someone, I will pay to be with the one I love. But it is not the body love. This is why I didn't tell you if you love somebody, if you love your husband, your wife. No, it is not a body love. So when I really love someone, not for the body love, then I will do my best to reach to that lover and get it. So when I love angels, then, and I am, you don't know whose mobile is it anyway, try to find out. So when I love someone and I am working on it, and I am doing the same thing as this beloved one is doing, then I will be waiting for the moment to meet him. Right? This is in general. I am doing the things that angels are doing. And angels, they are doing the things that I am doing. So, there will be a love relation between me and angels. Right? Let me just give you a small example. Here, for example, in Taiwan, there are a lot of Taiwanese here. But then we go, I told you this before, and then we go, for example, to one place that normally no Taiwanese people there. And then suddenly you'll find a Taiwanese person there. Now, I'm not talking about politics, but just to make it clear. Once you see him as Taiwanese, you will talk to him or not?
你一看到他是台湾人，那
Okay.
你会不会跟他讲话？
Will you ask him, are you green or blue?
你会问他你是泛蓝还是泛绿的吗？
See, you are laughing. Why? Because this is not important.
因为这个时候已经不重要了。
Maybe here in Taiwan, if you are green, you will not talk to blue, maybe. But there, in a foreign country, that maybe he is the only Taiwanese there, you will never ask him this question.
也许在台湾这边也不是泛蓝或想跟泛绿的讲话，但是如果在一个完全没有华人的地方，只有遇到这个台湾人，就会去管这一些。
And maybe you will check whether if he has time to go out, sit together, talk, and so on. Even if maybe if you go back to Taiwan, he will become your enemy. But there, he's your friend.
也许你在台湾彼此是敌人，但是在这个地方你还是变成朋友。
Why? Because we have something we share together.
因为我们还是有很多的共同点。
What is this thing we share?
什么共同点？
Here it is small, nationality only.
在这边来讲就是国籍。
But with angels, what we share with angels is not nationality, it is something bigger.
但是我们跟天使们的共同点，并不是只有国籍，是更大的东西。
What is the thing we share together with angels?
跟天使们共同有的是什么？
Allah.
阿拉。
We both are worshipping the same God.
我们两者都是在崇拜同一个神。
We both are following the same rules.
我们两者都是在遵守同样的律法。
We both are reading from the same page.
我们两者都有同样的一个地图点。
We both are walking on the same way.
我们的方向都是同样的。
So even if we don't see angels, we love them.
就算我们看不到天使，我们还是爱着天使。
See, for example, when we say that Abu Hurairah said.
当我们讲到说阿布胡莱拉说了什么时候，
Who is Abu Hurairah?
他是谁？
Abu Hurairah is one of the companions of the Prophet Muhammad SAW that he narrated he said the most hadith from the Prophet Muhammad SAW.
阿布胡莱拉就是先知的弟子们当中，他才是最多圣训的人。
We say Abdullah bin Mas'ud. Who is Abdullah bin Mas'ud? One of the companions of the Prophet Muhammad SAW that the Prophet Muhammad SAW said that the one who wants to hear Quran, same as how Jibreel used to tell me, hear Abdullah bin Mas'ud how he recites Quran.
阿布拉有马苏，他这个弟子呢，先知们或者说，如果你想知道那个天使加百列他把古兰经念给我听的声音是什么样的话，那你去听这个这个弟子阿布拉有马苏他念古兰经，你就可以知道。
When I hear this, when I learn this, do I like to see Abdullah bin Mas'ud or not?
那我听到这一块，我会很想见这个人一面。
See, we say Abu Bakr as-Siddiq. We say Umar ibn Khattab. We say Khalid ibn Walid. See, when we mention these names, do we like to sit and talk to them or not?
我们常常讲到阿布巴克、欧玛他们这些圣贤，那我们会不会想见他们一面？
We do. Although we don't think how tall are they, how big are they, do they have big beard or long hair or this and that. We don't care about all of this. We just care to sit and talk to them. Why? Because there is something we both share together.
其实我们知道他们的长相，其实我们在乎他们什么长相，但是呢，又知道很多他们的事迹，所以说我们有很多的共同点。那我们如果能够跟他们见上一面的话，我们事实上是非常期待的。
So, as a believer, here in this life, I feel so eager to see angels that I love them.
那身为一个信仰者的话，那在今生当中，就是我会很希望能够期盼能够去见到天使。
And here in this temporary life, I am so eager to see Allah.
那在这短暂的人生呢，那事实上我也非常的期盼能够去见到阿拉。
So now listen carefully. The happiness that I am talking about it in this life is the happiness of thinking of meeting Allah.
那我们今生的这个幸福点呢，就是在于说，当我们想到说我们可以见到阿拉的时候，我们就感觉到非常的幸福。
The happiness of thinking of being, of living with angels.
那我们只要一想到我们可以跟天使们生活在一起，我就会觉得非常的幸福。
Clear? This is the happiness in this life.
这就是今生我能够得到的幸福。
So it is the happiness of thinking of something will happen.
就是只要想到未来会发生什么样的事情，一想到就非常的幸福。
What is the happiness in the hereafter?
那在后世有什么样的幸福？
It is the same, but delete the word thinking.
那是同样的，只是把想到这个两个字去
So it is the happiness of living with Allah.
所以在后世呢，我们的幸福就是跟阿拉生活在一起的幸福，
It is the happiness of living with angels.
跟天使们生活在一起的幸福。
This is why Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, when He is telling us about telling us about paradise in Quran, one of the things Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala mentioned about paradise is that angels, they are everywhere.
阿拉呢，他在古兰经里面，当他跟我们讲到天堂的景象的时候，阿拉常讲到的一个重点就是说，在天堂的话呢，天使们他是到处都有的，到处都可以看到天使。
So this means that one of the happiness I will have, we, inshallah, all of us will have in paradise is the happiness of seeing angels everywhere.
所以在天堂里面会得到其中的一项幸福，就是你可以到处都看得到天使。
So this means that seeing angels brings happiness.
也就是说，你看到天使，你就会觉得很幸福。
Clear? But seeing angels in the way that bring happiness to me.
看到天使，然后能够为我带来幸福。
Because people in hell, they will see angels also.
那一定会在地狱的人也会看到天使，
But which group of angels there?
但是在地狱的天使是另外一群的天使。
Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala already mentioned in Quran, عليها ملائكة غلاظ شداد لا يعصون الله ما أمرهم ويفعلون ما يؤمرون. Surrounding hell, there are angels.
那在古兰经里面有讲到，地狱它是由天使们所围绕的。
But who are they? غلاظ شداد. غلاظ means rude and tough.
围绕这个字的意思呢，是非常的粗鲁，非常的粗暴。
Shidad means strong and powerful.
那这个意思呢，是非常的强壮，非常的有力。
But don't think too much. Don't think that they are bad. This is why Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala said, لا يعصون الله ما أمرهم. They never disobey Allah.
但是你不要以为说这些强大粗暴的天使呢就是坏的，不是，这些天使们他们也从来不会违背阿拉。
ويفعلون ما يؤمرون. And they do exactly how Allah ordered them to do.
阿拉叫他们做什么，他们就确实的去执行。
So, this is for us to understand that not necessarily all angels, they will giving you something good.
所以我们要了解到，不是所有的天使都会给我们好的东西，
The necessary thing is that all angels, they obey Allah.
但是呢，重点就是所有的天使他们都是服从阿拉的。
So this is also for me to understand that not necessarily that good things, they only come to me from good people, and bad things, they only come to me from bad people.
那我们要提醒自己呢，不见得好人用的东西都是好的，不见得坏人用的东西都是坏的。
Sometimes, bad things, they come to me from good people for a reason, and good things, they come to me from bad people for a reason.
有时候呢，好事发在我身上，那它的来源是来自一个坏人；那有些不好事情发生在我身上，但是呢，却是一个好人造成的。
You know, once there was one lady who was a very good believer.
以前有一个信仰非常好的一个女性，
She was worshiping Allah in a perfect way,
她对阿拉的崇拜呢非常的完美，
but she was living in a place that all people around her, they are disbelievers.
但是她生活的地方呢，四周呢，大家都是不信道的人。
And they were trying to convince her to stop worshiping Allah.
那旁边的人都想要去说服她不要再崇拜阿拉。
Then the leader of that area, he got an idea.
然后呢，这个地方的一个领导人他就想到了一个主意。
And of course, the leader is the worst there.
当然，这个地方的领导人当然是最糟糕的。
And of course, because he is bad, then he should be rich and powerful.
那因为他是个坏人，所以说他有权有势。
Of course, this doesn't mean that all rich and powerful, they are bad.
那也不代表说所有钱有势的都是坏人。
So that bad person, what did he do? He sent very big money to that lady.
这个有钱有势的坏人呢，他就带了很多的钱去给这个女士，
With someone.
他叫某个人去。
He told him, give that good lady, give her the money.
他跟这个人说呢，你把这些钱给那个女生，然后就跟他讲说呢，这些钱你不给她。
And when she asks you, who sent you to give me this money? Tell her shaitan.
那当这个女生问你说是谁给我钱的话，你就跟他说是撒旦给你的。
So he thinks that, okay, so maybe she will follow shaitan. That, okay, so shaitan is giving me money, so let me follow him.
然后这个坏人他想说，也许他听了这些话之后，这个女生呢就会开始崇拜撒旦。
So that person, he took that money and he went to that lady and he gave her that money.
然后呢，这个人呢，就把这个钱给了这个女生。
So she took him and she said thank you.
然后这女生拿这个钱就说谢谢。
She didn't ask where is this money from.
她也没有问这个钱是从哪里来的。
So that person, he told her, don't you want to know this money is from where?
然后这人跟她说呢，你不想知道是谁给你这个钱吗？
She said no need.
她说不用，就跟我讲。
So he asked her why.
那这人说你为什么不想知道？
She said, when Allah wants to give me money, He will send it even from shaitan.
他就说呢，当阿拉要给我钱的时候呢，甚至阿拉有可能透过撒旦把钱给我。
So this is the belief that whatever happened, it will not change my belief in Allah.
这个意思呢，就在于不管发生什么事情，都不会改变我对阿拉的信仰。
And this is to know that when Allah wants to send me something, even with shaitan, no problem, because even shaitan is controlled by Allah. So Allah has no problem to control shaitan.
所以，就算我得到什么东西是来自撒旦也没有关系，因为呢，就算是撒旦，他也是在阿拉的掌控之下。
So now I know what is the highest level of happiness.
所以我现在可以知道呢，最高层次的幸福是什么。
Right? So what is the opposite of happiness?
那幸福的相反是什么？
Sadness.
悲伤。
So what is the highest level of sadness?
悲伤的最高层次是什么？
Is to be away from Allah.
就是远离阿拉。
Because the highest level of happiness is to be with angels and to be waiting for seeing and meeting Allah.
最高的幸福呢，就是与天使们同在，然后呢，等待着见阿拉的这一刻。
So the highest level of sadness is to be away from angels and away from thinking of meeting Allah.
所以呢，最大的这个不幸，最大的这个悲伤的这个不幸的话呢，就是远离天使，而且呢，完全都没有想到要去见阿拉。
So the small conclusion for this part is that you as a believer, we as believers, we shouldn't be sad for anything that is not related to belief.
所以说呢，这段的一个总结呢，就是说，不管发生什么样的事情呢，我们都不要去为了那一些跟信仰没有关系的事情而悲伤。
And whenever you are happy, whenever we are happy, we should relate this happiness to something related to Allah.
不管我们感受到多大的幸福或什么样的一个好事发生，我们都要去联想到的是阿拉给我们的。
And it is related to the intention.
所以是跟我们的举意有关。
And it is not so difficult to arrange it.
那我们可以去调整一下我们自己的想法。
Like what? I do some business, so I get $10 million.
当时我做了一些生意，然后呢，我就赚了1000万，
Will I feel happy or not?
我会很开心。
If I say no, I am lying.
我说我不开心那是骗人的，
Of course I will feel happy.
我当然会很开心。
I cannot control it. Of course I will feel happy. I have $10 million, so I will feel happy.
我会没有办法控制自己的，就是非常的开心，我赚了1000万。
Will I be punished for this happiness?
那我为了这1000万而开心，会被阿拉惩罚吗？
No.
当然不会。
Will I get the rewarding of this happiness?
那我赚了1000万而很开心，那我是不是在这份开心的感觉，还可以得到阿拉的给我的回赐呢？
Yes.
可以。
Actually, both questions, they have both answers, yes and no.
事实上呢，这两个问题呢，它都有正面跟负面的一个回答。
Let me make it clear. I did some business and I get $10 million.
我做生意赚了1000万美金，
I feel happy and I said, I know I can do it. I am genius.
然后我很开心，我就说我就知道你会做得到，因为我是个天才。
I forgot that it is from Allah. I get the sin.
在这一刻，我忘记这是阿拉所赐给我的，那这一刻我就会造了一个罪。
Clear? Now, I did some business and I get $10 million.
那我做了另外一个，我做了这个生意赚了1000万美金。
Then I said, Alhamdulillah, that Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, He gave me all the tools and the way, and I did it well, and He granted me these $10 million.
那我就说的哈利路亚，阿拉给我所有各方面的一个这个工具，然后引导我走上这条路，然后呢，让我能够去把这个生意做成，然后赚到这个，然后阿拉允许我赚这个钱，那这些都是阿拉给我。
So I get the rewarding.
那我这样的想法，我就会得到阿拉给我的回赐。
Then next part is, what am I going to do with these $10 million?
那下一步呢，还是说这1000万要怎么去花费去使用？
Use it in halal or in haram?
是要用和教
pay the zakat for it or don't pay the zakat for it.
要这1000万要不要去付天课还是不付？
And pay extra the donation or don't pay the donation.
那我要不要去做额外的捐款还是不愿意？
So everything related to my intention and my action.
所以每件事情是来自于我的主意还有我的行为。
Even if this money comes to me in halal, it may make troubles to me and getting sin.
就算这个钱的来源它是合教法的，但是有可能我之后的这个使用方法不对，而造了其他的罪。
But of course, when it comes from haram, whatever I do, it is haram.
但是如果这个钱一开始的来源它就是不合教法的，那不管之后我怎么做，全部都是不被阿拉接受的。
Now, at the beginning, we were talking about controlling or about making the body or controlling the morals of the body.
我们一开始有讲到说要怎么样去控制我们肉体的这个修养，
And that is simple, that is easy.
这个部分很简单。
Why it is easy? Because it is easy comparing with making the soul moral. The moral with controlling the morals of the soul.
那因为跟灵魂比较起来的话，肉体这个部分是比较简单的。
So, the body, when I am controlling the morals of my body, it is easy because it is related to the desire.
我要去控制我肉体的去培养我肉体的修养，它很简单，因为它是跟我们的欲望有关的。
The body is talking about what?
肉体在乎的是什么？
Eating, drinking, sleeping, those things.
就吃喝睡这些东西。
Right? So, it is related to the materialized desire.
所以这些都是物质上的欲望。
But the soul is talking about something big.
但灵魂呢，它在讲更高的东西。
The soul is talking about arrogance,
灵魂呢，它讲到的是关于傲慢、
envy,
嫉妒、
hatred,
怨恨、
power.
权力，
Those are the things that the soul is talking about.
这些是灵魂有关的东西。
And this way, the soul way is easier for shaitan to get in.
那在灵魂这个部分呢，它有很多的地方呢是撒旦很容易趁虚而入的。
But the desire thing, the limit of shaitan, the area of shaitan is so limited in the desire, in the body desire things.
在肉体的欲望这个部分呢，撒旦能够使用的这个范围呢是非常有限的。
For example, when we are talking about the body desire, okay, let us say that we are talking about the sexual desire.
比方说，我们讲到肉体上的欲望，比方说性欲，
Some medicines, some operations can help this.
吃一些药或做一些手术就没有性欲了。
The desire of drinking alcohol or whatever, also the same. Some medicines, even now they have some special medicine to make you quit smoking, so it is not difficult.
就像喝酒啊，那像有一些药也可以控制，那比方说像抽烟啊，有一些东西也可以控制。
But is there any medicine that can help you quit envy others?
那有没有什么样的药可以让阻止你不要再去嫉妒人家？
Is there any medicine that can help you quit hate others?
那有没有什么药可以让你不要再去仇恨别人？
Is there any medicine can change you from a very arrogant person into a modest person?
有没有什么样的药可以让一个非常上高傲慢的自大的一个人变成一个谦虚自负的人？
All of those things, they are not material things.
这些都不是物质的，
So material medicine doesn't work.
所以物质的这个药呢，它是没有用的。
But those things are spiritual things.
那这些都是精神上的，
So there are other medicines, there are spiritual medicines that can help you.
所以唯有精神上的药可以治疗这些精神上的疾病。
So now let us talk about the way how I train my soul to be a moral soul.
那我们现在要怎么样来讲？怎么样用这个精神上的方式来去训练我们的这个灵魂，让灵魂能够具有这样的一个道德修养。
To be, I found this word, it is chaste soul.
要得到一个洁净的灵魂。
You know this word, right? That my soul is so pure, so moderate, let us say, that nothing is distracting my soul.
这个灵魂非常的纯洁，非常的一个温和，用任何的东西可以去引诱它。
Okay. The first thing that I should train my soul, or the first thing that I should install into my soul is modesty.
那我要在灵魂里面先安装的第一个物件呢，就是这个modesty。
What is the meaning of modesty?
这一字温和中庸的什么意思？
It means to control my soul not to do shameful things.
就是要去控制我的灵魂，不要去做一些没有廉耻的事情。
But here there is something. What are the shameful things?
什么样是会让我们觉得可耻的事情？
It is not based on the tradition,
不是跟我们的传统习俗有关，
not based on the society,
不是在于社会，
not based on the color or tribe or nationality.
也不是在我们的肤色、我们的国籍或是我们的民族，
No, it is based on the humanity.
是在于人性。
Because humanity and religion, they are not separated.
因为人性跟宗教呢，它是无法分离的。
Give you something about the humanity that is related to Islam.
我们来讲到跟伊斯兰有关的人性，
Criticizing,
他说批评，
criticizing others.
批评别人。
Omar is a bad person.
欧曼他是个坏人，
Everybody in all over the world, they know that he is bad.
全世界都知道他是个坏人。
And if I criticize him, I'm not lying.
那就算我去批评他，我也不是在说谎。
Now, the modesty of my soul preventing me from criticizing him, although he deserves to be criticized.
那一个温和的灵魂，它会让我不会不要去批评他，就算说批评他是没有错，但是我是一个温和的灵魂，就会去做这样的事情。
Clear? Now, this is criticizing. This is not warning others from him.
那我现在讲的是批评，而不是忠告。
Someone is a thief and cheater.
比方说，有一个人他是一个小偷，
I can tell everybody, I have a proof. He is a cheater.
那我可以去跟大家讲说，我有证据证明这个人是个小偷，
This is criticizing.
这个是批评。
But then Omar comes to me and he said that I want to invest my money with that person. What do you think?
但是欧曼跑来跟我讲说呢，那个人找我投资，那你觉得怎么样？
Then I say, here is the proof. He is a cheater. If you invest with him, then you will lose your money. This is not criticizing. This is a must. This is a duty that I have to do.
那我就要给他忠告，就是说呢，我这边有证据证明说他是会骗人家的钱。那这样子的话，我跟欧曼讲，去提醒他，这个并不是在批评，这是一个我的义务，我必须要去提醒他。
So the criticizing is the thing that I say, and it doesn't help anyone with what I say, and it doesn't bring any benefit to the society.
批评这个行为的话，它并不会对任何人带来好处，然后对这个社会也不会带来什么样的作用。
So when someone criticizes someone, he is doing it for the sake of who?
所以当某个人去批评某个人的时候，他是为谁而做？
For himself.
那只是他自己会觉得他自己为了他自己而去批评。
So the first thing I have to train my soul is the modesty, which is this modesty is to control my soul from doing something that I feel shame that I do it.
所以说，这个也是第一个，我们要做一个温和的一个灵魂，就是说我们不要去批评别人，然后呢，就是做这件事情会让我觉得好像比较可耻。
Yes, but not related to the society, related to the humanity.
那这个尤其是这种可耻的感觉，并不是跟社会的利益有关系，而是在于我个人的这个人性。
So I gave you one example, which is criticizing.
我们举一个批评的例子，
Give you another example, for example. Another example. Someone who feels shy to walk, a man feels shy to show his exposed to others.
一个男人他很不好意思去把他身体的羞辱给人家看。
Nowadays, everybody outside is showing not only his exposed, his everything.
那现在在紫外街上可以看到很多人不只是露出他的羞辱，很多东西都露出来。
But still, you find a man, for example, who is wearing a short, and then always he doesn't want anyone to see his knee.
但是看到一个男生，他穿了一件短裤，他总是一直要把裤子往下拉，不要露出他的膝盖给人家看。
Why is he doing this?
他为什么这么做？
Is it because his knee they are ugly?
是因为他的膝盖不好看吗？
or is it because he feels that they are disgusting or whatever?
还是觉得看起来有点恶心？
No, actually it is because he knows that this is exposed based on Islam. He shouldn't show it to others.
可是他知道说这是他这个男生的身体，但根据伊斯兰他不应该给别人看。
No one will tell him, what is this kafir, fasiq, he will go to hell. No one will tell him this outside.
他就算穿这个露出来，走在路上一定有人会去骂他，
But he still doesn't do it in front of people.
但是他还是不会在别人面前显露出他的身体。
Why?
为什么？
Because he has modesty in soul.
因为他的灵魂有这一份这个温和，他有这个自觉，这种羞耻心。
A female, for example, who never talks loudly in front of people,
要说一个女生在众人面前都不会大声讲话，
or who never show her beauty with 200, 300 kilo, with 2 or 3 kilo makeup on her face and so on.
或者是说这女生她不会浓妆艳抹的来去展示她的美丽，
And a perfume that, for 2-3 kilometers you can smell it and know that this sister is coming.
或者是说呢，她的这个香水非常的香，好几公里外都可以闻得到。
So that sister is not doing this, although it is everywhere on the street.
那就算走在路上呢，大家都这么做，但是这个穆斯林的姐妹她还是不会这么做。
But then you ask her why you are not doing this.
那你问她为什么不跟别人一样？
She says, because based on Islam, I should be polite, and this is part of the politeness, so I shouldn't do it.
她说，因为根据伊斯兰的话，我要有这方面的礼仪，我必须要去遵守这一部分的礼仪。
The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu he said, "Al-haya'u la ya'ti illa bi khayr." Haya is modesty.
先默默的说的，海亚的就是这种温和，
La ya'ti illa bi khayr. Khayr means good.
它的意思就是好的。
So this hadith is modesty always brings good things.
就是这种温和，永远都会为你带来好事。
And once there was one of the companions of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu talking to another companion, and he is kind of blaming him that he is so modest, that he is so shy.
就是之前有两个弟子，其中一个在责怪另外一个人说你太害羞了。
So the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu he said, "Da'hu fa inna al-haya'a min al-iman." Leave him alone, because haya, modesty, and shyness is from iman, from belief.
先生或者是说你不要去顾他，你不要去管他，因为呢这个 modesty 的
Yes.
就是这种温和，还有这种害羞这种羞耻心呢，他们是跟信仰有关的。
The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu although he was the messenger and he should talk very clear but the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu was so shy, even more shy than the little girls in their houses.
先生或者是他在众人面前可以跟大家演讲讲话，但是呢，在他自己的家里面呢，他甚至比一个小女生都还要更害羞。
What do I mean by this? Because for us Arabs, long time ago, not now of course, that normally the girls that they were not yet married, they were always at home and so shy and they don't really talk to anybody.
因为在很早以前的这个阿拉伯的这个社会里面呢，就是一个女孩子如果还没有结婚的话，她都几乎出门都在家里，然后在家里面也非常的一个害羞的，要闭塞。
So the first thing is haya. Haya is either modesty or shyness or both.
那他就是。
Haya, the word haya, it has two meanings in Arabic, modesty and shyness.
还要这个阿拉伯字，它有两个意思。第一个呢就是温和，然后第二个呢就是害羞。
Clear? This is the first part of training my soul to be chaste soul.
所以这就是第一个部分，让我们就是要训练我们的灵魂，让它成为一个洁净的灵魂。
Second thing is as-sakha. It is generosity.
然后第二个呢，就是要慷慨或是宽容。
So I need to train my soul. See, this is related to the soul. Now we will know why. I need to train my soul to be generous.
我要去训练我的灵魂，让它能够慷慨和宽容。
Why I say soul, although it is related to giving.
虽然就是跟我们能不能去付出施舍有关，但是还是跟我们的灵魂有关。
Because generosity is not only in money.
因为这种慷慨宽容并不是指关于金钱。
And even if it is in money, so it is controlled by the soul.
就算是与金钱有关，也是受到灵魂的控制。
The millionaire who doesn't pay the zakat, who prevents him from paying zakat?
一个百万富翁却不去付这个天课，那是什么原因让他不愿意去付这个钱？
Yeah, let us say what prevents him from paying zakat?
是什么样的一个原因让他不想去付天课？
His brain,
是因为他的头脑吗？
his brain later.
他的头脑是之后的，是下一步。
His brain is only the decision maker, the action maker only.
他的头脑只去给这个行动的指令。
His heart, not the first part.
那他的心呢，也不是第一个部分。
What is the first part?
第一个部分是在哪里？
His soul.
是他的灵魂。
Because his soul will start to prevent him. You are going to pay it, so you will be poor. So people will look down on you.
那灵魂会告诉他说，你要去付这个钱，就会变穷，那大家会看不起你。
So you will not be able to have the power, which is one part of soul.
那你就会没有这个权利了。那这个是在我们灵魂的部分。
So you will not be able to show off, which is part of soul.
那你也没有办法去向人家炫耀，那这个也是这种心态，也是灵魂的一部分。
See, so in fact, it is the soul, the first part, that is controlling the generosity action.
灵魂呢是第一个部分，它在掌控我们是不是能够做一个慷慨宽容的人。
So, the generosity is not only related to money,
那这个慷慨宽容不见得只有跟金钱有关，
it is related to time,
它跟时间，
it is related to education,
还有我们的教育，
it is related to health.
还有我们去帮助别人，
So it is related to all of those things together.
所以这些都是在一起的。
But there are a lot of people, they have very good knowledge, and they don't share this knowledge with others.
很多人他们有丰富的学问，但是却不愿意跟人家分享他的知识，
Why?
为什么？
Because they are stingy.
因为他们小气吝啬。
There are a lot of people, they have power, they have authority, they keep it for themselves, they don't use it to help others.
很多人他们位高权重，但是却不愿意去帮助，用他们的地位来去帮助别人，
Why? Because they are stingy in morals.
因为他们这个道德修养非常，他们就是非常的狭隘。
See, the person who has knowledge
一个人有知识学问的话，
and doesn't share this knowledge with others, what is the reason?
却不愿意跟别人分享他的学问，是为什么？
There is a reason that he doesn't share this knowledge with others.
有一个原因让他不想跟别人分享他的学问。
What is this reason? So, because they are selfish.
他们怕有一天别人会比他还厉害，所以他是一种自私自利的心态。
Selfishness is one of the disease of the soul.
自私自利也是灵魂的一个疾病。
So, for sure, 100%, it is not because, for example, I have Islamic knowledge and then I don't teach you. Then someone asks me why you don't teach others. Then I say, no, because they are not qualified.
绝对不会有这种情况，就是说，比方说我有这个伊斯兰知识，那我就会去帮助别人，那别人问我为什么不帮助？我说呢，因为呢，他们不够格去学。
Did you try it? No, but I know they are not
那别人
qualified.
会说，那你为什么有没有去试着教他们呢？说啊，不用教了，想看就知道。
Did you give them a chance? No need, because they are not qualified.
那有没有去给他们机会呢？他说不用了，他们没有资格。
Actually, it is not because they are not qualified.
事实上不是他们没有资格来学，
It is because I am not qualified.
而是我没有资格教别人。
It is because very soon after I start to teach, they will realize that I am empty.
因为可能我教大家没多久，大家知道其实我肚子里面没有东西，
Not empty in knowledge, not empty here. Here is full, empty here.
不是我头脑没有东西，是我的心没有东西。
And they will realize, or I will realize, that many of them, they are better than I. Why? Because I am full here, empty here. They are half here, but they are full here.
那不久之后，我就发现我没有办法继续教他们，因为即使我的头脑是满的，但是我的心是空的。那他们的头脑是半满的，但他们的心却是全满的。
So generosity is not only in money,
所以说，这种慷慨宽容并不是在于金钱而已。
but also we need to understand something very important about generosity.
那还有一点我们要去了解的很重要，
Generosity doesn't mean give everything you have.
慷慨宽容并不是把你所有的一切都给别人。
Generosity means give with wisdom.
慷慨宽容的意思，当你要付出的时候，你需要有智慧。
In chapter 25, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, when He is telling us about believers, then He says, وَالَّذِينَ إِذَا أَنفَقُوا, and those that when they donate, when they pay, لَمْ يُسْرِفُوا, they didn't pay everything, وَلَمْ يَقْتُرُوا, and they didn't give everything. وَكَانَ بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ قَوَامًا, they are modest, they are in between.
他在这个书章里面有讲到说，信仰者他们要去把金钱付出去给别人的时候，他不会全部都付出去，他们会留一些给自己。他们在做这件事情的时候，他们是比较中庸的。
And in wisdom, it means that they give the one who deserves in the correct way.
那这个智慧呢，付出的智慧就是在于说，你要去给一个适合的人，然后用正确的方式去施舍给他。
And the one who deserves, it doesn't mean that I have detectives and I have investigators to check who deserves this money and who doesn't deserve this money.
那至于说我要去判定这个值不值得，有没有资格拿这个钱的话，也不是说我要去派那个侦探，然后去调查。
Actually, this is haram in Islam.
那事实上这样是在伊斯兰是不可教的。
That I am a millionaire, I have big money,
你要说我是非常有钱的人，
and then I decide to donate 1% of my money.
那我决定要去把我1%的金钱施舍出去。
And then I ask my staff to go and check the poor families.
然后我叫我的员工呢去调查一下那些贫穷的人家。
And you have to make sure that they are dying.
那你必须要确定说他们已经是穷得快死掉了。
They have to tell you, yes, we are so poor and we are dying.
他们一定要亲口跟你讲到说，对我们是穷的已经快要饿死了。
And they have to prove to you that they are really poor.
而且他们要提出证明说我真的很穷。
Keep this money in your pocket, we don't need it.
如果你要这样做的话，你这个钱就放口袋就好了，不用贴出来。
Not this is the meaning of checking who deserves it.
要去查看说谁有这个拿这个钱，并不是要这种方式。
A father who has 4 kids
一个爸爸他有4个孩子，
and his wife is sick
他的妻子生病了，
and he is the one in charge of feeding the family.
他是家里唯一的一个收入来源。
And he is working, he has a job, but he has only $6,000-7,000 a month.
他有钱有工作，但是一个月大概只能赚个7000块。
So he deserves the donation or not?
那他是不是可以拿这个捐款？
In general, he does.
一般而言，他是可以的。
But then I found that he smokes and the cigarettes cost him $5,000 a month.
但是我发现他有在抽烟，他一个月要花5000块去买烟。
And because he is poor, so 4, 5, 10 times a month he buy lottery.
那因为他很穷，所以说一个月呢，大概4-5次都会去买乐透。
And when he has $100 extra, he goes for gambling.
那发现呢，他如果有多100块，他就去赌博。
He deserves the donation or not?
那他可不可以拿这个钱？
He deserves it, but not in this way.
他可以拿这个钱，但是不是用这种方式。
How do I donate to him?
那我要怎么样捐款给他？
I donate to him meat,
那我要捐肉类给他，
rice,
或是米，
oil,
或是油，
flour.
或是面
This is
粉。
what I donate to him.
我就会用这种方式来
He
捐。
cannot gamble with this meat.
他就不能拿这个肉去赌博，
And he cannot exchange it with cigarettes.
他也不能用肉去换香烟。
And if he is really so smart and so bad that he may be able to do it, then I go and put it at his house.
那如果他真的会把这些钱拿去赌博，或者拿这些东西拿去赌博，或者是去换钱的话，那我就直接把这个东西物资送到他们家。
And then I check with his family what are the things they need.
那再看他们家里面小孩需要什么东西，
The kids, they need some clothes. I take them and I buy clothes for them.
孩子需要衣服，我就带这些孩子去买衣服。
Or they need any fee, any books, whatever, then I pay it for them.
他们要去买书，我就帮他们买书。
So don't say that, anyway, I cannot help, just forget it, because he is smoking, then we let all of his family die.
那不能因为这个爸爸是在抽烟或者的父亲，然后就让他的家里面的人都在那边挨个受苦。
So this is the meaning of checking how to pay it.
所以就是我们要去捐款的时候呢，就用这种方式去查。
Clear? Clear? So this is the generosity. Then Number 3. 3 is the freedom.
第三点呢，就是这种自由。
But the freedom of what?
什么样的自由？
The freedom of my soul.
我灵魂的自由。
What is the meaning of the freedom of my soul?
什么是灵魂的自由？
All of us, we like to be rich.
大家都喜欢有钱。
But when I have the freedom of my soul, then no matter I am rich or not, I will not get haram money.
那如果灵魂的自由的话，不管我有没有钱，我都不会去拿这些不可教法的钱。
No matter whatever will happen to me, I have the freedom in the order, or let us say in the decision of my soul, I will not eat haram, even if I will die.
那不管发生什么样的事情，我灵魂有这样的一个自由，我宁愿饿死，我也不会去吃这些违法不可教法的东西。
One part of the freedom is that I will never bring victory to my soul for personal things.
那另外一个灵魂的自由呢，就是我不会为了个人的一己之私就来去达到我想要的这种胜利。
This is one of the biggest things that we learn from the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi
这
wasallam.
是我从圣经的身上所学到最大的一个事情。
We said this before many times. How many times and people they said that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is retarded?
我有听过很多次，圣经上的有多少人去讲说他是个智障？
They said that he is stupid,
会
idiot.
讲他是个笨蛋，他是个白痴。
They said that he is controlled by jinn.
还有人说他是卡到阴了，就是
They said that others they are writing this Quran for him.
还有人说呢，就是有他后面有很多很多枪手在帮他写这个古兰经。
Once they said that he is controlled by jinn, and then another time they said that he is dealing with jinn.
有人说呢，他是被灵魂附身，被那个精灵附身。那另外有人说呢，是他是在跟精灵交道。
And actually they hurt him. They did hurt him.
那而且他们实际上真的伤害了他。
And it did influence even his da'wah.
而且他们说的这些造谣这些东西呢，也真的影响到他的宣教工作。
Later, when the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu when he became big and strong and the king and the owner of everything, those people they were still alive.
那些之后，甚至包括等他整个成功凯旋归来，那当初这些在恶意中伤他的人都还活着。
When he came back to Mecca with actually totally Muslims, they were 100,000, but he came back with 10,000 warrior, real fighter.
那当时圣或者凯旋回到麦加的时候呢，跟他在一起的一共有10万个穆斯林，那其中呢是有1万的人，他们是战士。
But of course, he didn't have any fight there. He get in for Umrah. He didn't fight.
然后他也没有跟他们引起任何的一个纷争，他是要去那边做护照。
And those people who hurt him for 23 years, they were still there.
那那些23年来都在伤害他的人都还活着。
And they were inside Mecca.
他们都在麦加里面。
And it was so simple, just a small order from the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ to bring them home.
圣或者他只要下一个命令，就会把那些全部都把它抓过来。
And then another small order cut them into pieces.
然后再下一个命令，就把他们全部都碎尸万段。
What did he do?
那这个他怎么做呢？
They were there. And then the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ asked them, مَا تَظُنُّونَ أَنِّي فَاعِلٌ بِكُمْ? What do you think I'm going to do?
那一些伤害他的人都在那里，先生就问他们说：“你认为我会怎么做？”
They knew what they did to him.
他们知道自己对先生或者做了什么样的事情。
And they knew, based on Islam, and based on disbelief, and based on shaitan, and based on all the rules, they knew what was supposed to happen to them.
他们知道根据伊斯兰、根据撒旦、根据所有的一个规定的话，他们知道他们照理说会遭到什么样的一个报应待遇。
But because they knew who is Muhammad,
那他们知道穆罕默德是什么样的人，
they knew how Muhammad ﷺ, how his soul was trained in a very high level.
他们知道先生或者他的灵魂是怎么样被训练到一个相当高的一个境界。
So what they said, أخ كريم وابن أخ كريم. They said, we know who are you. We know from which family are you, and we know how generous are you.
他们就说呢，我知道你是来自哪一个家庭，我知道你是什么样的人，那我知道你是一个多么宽容慷慨的人。
What did he say?
那他怎么说呢？
Did he say, but you know, you did this, you did that, and did he say so?
先生或者有说啊，对啊，讲没错啊，可是你之前对我做了这件事情那件事情，
Did he say, yeah, but do you remember you tried to kill me and you sent 50 people to kill me? And did he say so?
他有说呢，可是你们之前是要去杀我，还派了50人要来把我杀掉。
Some non-Muslims, they write books about the terrorist Muhammad.
那甚至有一些那些不信道的人，他们甚至于写一些书来专书来讲到西方或者是中国恐怖的一个恐怖分子。
But even in that part, that based on the law of everybody in all over the world, that those people they should be killed. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, "Idhabu fa antum tulaqa." He said, "I forgive you totally. You are free."
像根据不管是哪个地方，世界哪个地方的话，一般的一个通则的话呢，就是这些应该是会杀掉，但是先知版或者他却说呢，我就是原谅你们，就释放。
What soul is this that can do this?
那是什么样的一个灵魂，它可以做到这样的一个事情？
While the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was sure that if at that moment they were able to kill him, they will kill him.
先知包括他当时其实他也是非常知道说，如果他们这些人有机会可以把他杀掉的话，他们当下还是会想办法把他杀掉。
Today, some of us, for a personal reason, we don't talk to each other for 20 years.
那现在有一些人可能是一件私人的恩怨，20年都不讲话，
For a personal reason.
是个人的恩怨。
Maybe I remember there are some families. Unfortunately, they are Arabs, they are Muslims, they know Quran, they know everything. You find that the uncle and his nephew or whatever, they don't talk to each other since 20 years. You ask them why? He said, because 20 years ago, he humiliated me in front of people.
那像在阿拉伯那些穆斯林，他们都是甚至知道古兰经，知道伊斯兰，但是呢，甚至于就是一个叔叔跟他的外甥，还有跟他的侄女，可能就是20年都不讲话。那你问他们说为什么他不讲话呢？他说了，因为20年前呢，他在大家的面前讲的那句话羞辱了我。
Okay, it happened. And then you find that that person for more than 200 times, he tried to apologize. Your apology is not accepted.
但是你发现当羞辱他的人，他可能已经有尝试过超过200次要去跟他道歉，他还是说我不接受你的道歉。
Is this a trained soul?
那就这样的灵魂是有经过训练的，可以这种锻炼的灵魂吗？
It is not.
这是一个没有锻炼的灵魂。
At the same time, when the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he went to Mecca, and I told you this before, at the same time, there were 12 people. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, if you find them inside Kaaba, kill them.
但是同时我们要知道，当时先知或者对原谅那一些前面上来的团队，但是他还讲到，他点出12个人的姓名，这12个人就算他们在祭祀里面，你还是要把他杀掉。
Why?
为什么？
Because all of those that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, go, you are free. They were personally attacking Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
因为那一些呢，就是先知或者是让他们原谅他们这些人，他们当时对先知获得的伤害，都是因为属于人身的攻击而已。
But those 12, they were attacking Islam.
但是那12个一定要杀掉的，并不是人身攻击，而是他们绝对要把伊斯兰毁灭掉。
Those 12 people, it was not enough for them to kill Muhammad.
那这12个人呢，就算把穆罕默德杀掉了，他们也会罢休。
They wanted to destroy Islam.
他们要把伊斯兰彻底的摧毁掉。
Even if they could kill Muhammad, they will not stop. They want to kill all Muslims. They want to destroy Islam.
这12个人就算把穆罕默德杀掉，也不会善罢甘休，他们要把所有的穆斯林都杀掉。
And they were doing it. They were trying and doing it.
这12个人还是当时不断的设法要去做。
So the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, those, they should be dead.
所以现在或者说这12个人，不管在哪里看到他，就要把他杀掉。
We need to understand and we need to learn that when there is a disease in the society, this disease should be cured.
你要知道，一个社会里面如果有一个疾病，这个疾病必须要把它治愈。
When there is part of the Muslim society that has cancer, this cancer part should be cut.
在穆斯林的社群里面，如果有一个癌细胞，这个恶性肿瘤，需要把它切掉。
Don't say leave it, it will be cured by itself.
不要想说啊，不用管它，反正它自己会好。
No, it will not.
它绝对会自己好。
If the cancer is in this finger and I leave it then it will become in the second finger and third, and then the whole hand.
如果这个癌细胞最初是在我们的食指，那我不理它，它就会跑到中指，然后呢，整只手全部都是癌细胞。
So when it becomes in the hand and in the arm, and then it comes to this part, and then it goes to the heart, and then I die, I will be asked on the day of judgment, why you didn't cut this finger?
那如果这个癌细胞后来扩散到全身，然后因此而死，那我在审判的时候，阿拉会审问我说，你为什么当初不要把食指切掉就好？
This is the part that we need to understand in our society.
就是我们要了解到我们的社会，我们自己的社群。
Don't say it's okay, it's only a finger. Ignore it.
不要想说没关系啊，只是一个手指啊，就不要管它就好了。
No, we say in Islam, it's only a finger. Cut it and forget it.
那对伊斯兰来讲，我想说，它只是一根手指，所以下面就把它切掉就好了。
The fourth thing for training my soul to become a chaste soul is the satisfaction.
所以第四个要去训练我们的灵魂，让它成为一个纯洁的、洁净的灵魂，就是呢，要得到这种心满意足、这种满足。
And no, it is qana'. And the satisfaction is something that I should train myself not to accept. I should train myself to be a built-in.
那这种满足呢，并不是说要去训练、锻炼自己，让自己去接受这个事实，而是要把它内建到我们身体里面、灵魂里面。
What is the difference?
这两者有什么差别？
I work so hard
我很努力的工作，
and I need $1 million.
然后我需要100万，
And I work so hard that suppose that the payment of my hard working period is 1 million.
那我这样的努力工作呢，照理说根据我的工作，我可以得到100万，
But then I get 10,000.
可是后来我才赚到1万块。
Now listen carefully. The satisfaction, the training of the soul to be satisfied, this training that I'm talking about, is not to think that how come I did my best to get 1 million, I should get 1 million, but I get 10,000, anyway, it's okay. Oh Allah, Alhamdulillah, I'm okay.
那我们要锻炼自己的灵魂，要去得到这个满足的话，并不是说呢，我就那么努力的工作，然后得到1万块，然后想说我已经那么努力了，明明我不得100万，但是只有赚到1万块，不干这种事情呢，很奇怪。不过还是他不对大感谢好吗？
No, not this is the satisfaction.
不是这样的一个心态。
The satisfaction is when I get the 10,000, right away I say, Alhamdulillah, Allah has given me what I need exactly.
我们这种满足呢，就是我们要锻炼自己。当我真的得到1万块的时候，我要想到那阿拉给我的就是我刚好需要的东西。
Based on my brain and based on the paper and the pen, I need 1 million.
根据我的头脑，还有我上面的这个纸啊、笔啊、这个东西的话，文件我真的需要100万。
Based on the knowledge of Allah, what is the best I should get?
但是根据阿拉他的大知，那我们要知道我们要得到多少钱最好。
According to my belief,
根据我的信仰，
the best that I get is what Allah gives me.
我得到的最好的东西就是阿拉给我的东西。
This is according to my belief, not according to the paper and the pen.
这是根据我的信仰，不是根据我手上的文件。
So, when I have this belief, and then I get 10,000, then right away I'll say, Alhamdulillah, anyway, Allah knows what is the best for me, and the best for me is not to get the 1 million, it is to get this 10,000.
所以我这样信仰的时候呢，然后我看到我得到这1万块，我就知道说阿拉知道，那这1万块对我来讲是够的，是最好的安排。
If my soul is trained to get this satisfaction, then the releasing will come from Allah. How and where, I don't know.
如果说我能够去得到这样的满足，然后去接受阿拉给我的安排，那至于阿拉什么时候要去帮我，就是整个得到解脱这些问题的话呢，那怎么样的什么时候，那怎么样的发生呢？不用去想，那在于阿拉的大智慧，他会为我们安排。
See, there is one ayah, actually, it is very clear in Arabic talking about this part.
那在有一节经文呢，他在阿拉伯语他讲得非常的清楚，就是讲到这一点。
Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says, وَأَنِ اسْتَغْفِرُوا رَبَّكُمْ ثُمَّ تُوبُوا إِلَيْهِ. Istaghfiru rabbakum means ask Allah to forgive you.
阿拉说，这句话的意思就是说呢，请求阿拉去原谅你。
ثُمَّ تُوبُوا إِلَيْهِ and repent totally. It means, as we said, the repent is to promise not to do this problem, this mistake again, and to correct it, and to ask Allah for forgiveness.
而且要完整的去做完这个忏悔的这个功课。所谓完整的忏悔功课，就是说我要打从心里面真的去跟Allah忏悔，说我做的这个错事，然后呢再来我要尽我的，要去真的把这个错误把它弥补过来，而且我要去就是打定主意决心不能再犯同样的过错。
Now listen to this part. يمتعكم متاعا حسنا إلى أجل مسمى. يمتعكم means he will give you enjoyment.
这句话的意思是说呢，他会给你这种喜悦、喜乐。
But not normal enjoyment.
不是普通的喜悦。
It is متاعا حسنا, a good enjoyment with rewarding.
而是一个好的喜悦，这种喜乐，而且呢，里面也带着阿拉给我们的回赐。
Then Allah says, إلى أجل مسمى. It is to remind us that this life is only temporary life. إلى أجل مسمى, to a period of time, short period of time.
这句话意思是说呢，他在提醒我们说，今生呢只是非常短暂的一个过程。
But then in the hereafter, وَيُؤْتِ كُلَّ ذِي فَضْلٍ فَضْلَهُ. In the hereafter, you will get the real payment for accepting this enjoyment.
那你现在呢，接受阿拉给你的安排，阿拉给你这种今生现在的这种喜乐、喜悦的话，那么在后世呢，阿拉会把所有的这个全部都完全的在所有的款项全部都一次付给你。
In Arabic, the meaning of يُمَتِّعْكُم مَتَاعًا حَسَنًا. In Arabic, the meaning of will give you the good enjoyment is will give you satisfaction in this life.
那这句话的意思就是说，阿拉给我们的这种好的这种喜乐的话呢，就是说我们在今生会非常的心满意足，然后非常的内心非常的坦荡自在。
We said this many times. There are a lot of rich people who are unhappy.
要知道很多很有钱的人，他们是心理上是不快乐的。
And they are worried and they are not satisfied.
他们常常有很多的事情要担心，然后呢，很难得到任何的满足。
And I told you this before. The rich disbelievers, I say disbelievers because believers, they have another issue. The rich disbeliever, whenever they become richer, they become more worried.
一个有钱的不信道者，他越有钱，他越担心。
Why?
为什么？
Because now, this disbeliever, now he has only 10 million US dollars. So if he die, he will lose only 10 million US dollars.
因为如果他现在只有1000万，他现在死掉的话，他只有损失1000万。
But when he has 100 million US dollars and he die, he will lose 100 million US dollars.
如果他的财产有1亿美金的话，他现在死掉的话，他等于损失1亿美金。
Then when he own a country or when he own the earth and then he die, he will lose the whole earth.
那如果他用一个国家，或是整个地球都属于他的，他一死掉的话，他就失去这一切。
So he will be more worried because now, for example, I have $10 in my pocket, then I die, so what? Anyway, it's only $10, nothing to worry about.
因为说现在口袋里面就10块钱，我现在死掉的话，那也没有什么好担心的，反正如果损失10块钱。
See? So when I have $10 and I have the satisfaction, when I die, okay, the $10 gone, but the satisfaction is with me.
那我现在口袋里面只有10块钱，但是呢，我有阿拉给我的这种心满意足的这种舒适自在的心。那如果现在死掉的话呢，我还是拥有很多。
The Prophet Muhammad said, make sure that you have the satisfaction.
这句话的说呢，你要非常的去确认说你真的得到内心的自在舒适。
Because the satisfaction is the currency that you will never lose.
因为这份满足感，它是这是一种永远都不会损失的货币。
This is a hadith from the Prophet Muhammad.
这是这方面的一个圣训。
When I have the satisfaction plus $10, I'm okay.
就算我只有10块钱，但是我有阿拉给我的这种满足的话，那我还是会非常快乐。
Exactly the same as when I have the satisfaction with $100 million. It is the same satisfaction.
那就是不管我10块钱还是呢1亿美金，但阿拉给我的这种满足感是一样的。
Clear? So this is the satisfaction. Now number 5 is gentleness.
那第5点呢，就是这种
Gentle is polite and respectful soul.
就是一种会去礼貌的，或是那种尊重人家的这一种品格，这种灵魂。
Let me explain it. When I explain it, maybe Hannah will find better word. Maybe gentleness of the soul is I respect everything, deserve respect. I not flatter. I say the good thing about everything good, even if it is in my enemy's part.
他的这种品格呢，就是说，任何值得尊重的东西、尊敬的东西，我都会给他应该有的一个尊重跟尊敬。就算他是我的敌人，我还是会非常的一个公正持平的去对待这样这个对象。
The gentleness of my soul is that my soul loves every good thing.
就是我的灵魂呢，会去喜爱每样好的东西。
Give you an example so we will understand it. You find, for example, you find a big person who is, or not a big, you find a person that his enemy either in the election or his enemy in the government or in the army or whatever, his enemy or in the business maybe, his enemy did something good.
比方说有一个人，他的对手，他的敌对的那个对象呢，他做了一件好事情。
So this person, you find that on TV and magazine and so on, he said that that person did something good, and I do appreciate and respect what he did.
然后这个人呢，他会在电视上啊，或是在公共的媒体里面，他都讲到，就是他会称赞他的敌对的这个对手，他所做的好事。
This person has a gentle soul.
所以可以说，他这个人就是有一个宽宏大量的一个灵魂。
And when I have gentle soul, then whenever I see something good based on the rules of Allah, I feel happy.
他就是看到任何一个跟阿拉有关系的一个好事情，他都会非常的开心。
I see someone I hate, I do really hate, but then I see him sitting in the masjid and reading Quran. I should feel happy, not say, may Allah curse him and let him go out of the masjid, then he die out of the masjid, then he go to hell.
那就算有一个我很讨厌的一个敌人，我讨厌的这个人，然后我发现他在清真寺里面坐在那里读兰经，那我也不要说出一个人的这种恩怨，然后呢就是心胸狭窄的，就是说希望阿拉庇护他，让他离开清真寺，然后不要再来这边。而是如果说我们是有这种宽宏的这种胸襟的这种人的话，那我就会发自内心的去赞叹他，然后去祈求阿拉带领他走到正确的道路。
So when I have gentle soul, and I see someone who is obeying Allah, even if this one is my enemy, I should just raise my hands and say, oh Allah, if he is flattering, clean his heart to make it real.
那如果说我有这样一个宽宏的这种胸襟的这样的一个灵魂的话，那我遇到一个我不喜欢的人，他在做一件好事的话，那我可以去跟阿拉去做这样的一个祈求，就是说，如果他这个只是在那边炫耀，不是发自内心去做的话，请求阿拉引导他走向正确的道路。那如果他是真正发自内心在做的话，那请求阿拉引导他能够继续做下去。
Something related to the gentle soul is, we said this before, it is very important to remind my soul always that the aim of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is to see everybody in paradise. The aim of Shaitan is to see everybody in hell. My aim should be the same aim of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
拥有一个宽宏的灵魂的人，他永远都记得先知末后的，他的目标就是要让大家都能够离开地狱上天堂。那所以说我们要去有这样的一个人的话，他的目标也是跟先知末后的一样，他就是要希望能够乐见大家上天堂，远离地狱。
Now listen carefully. I am a human being.
那我们是人，
Sometimes I do really hope to see someone in hell.
有时候我真的很希望这个人永远下地狱。
All of us, we have this problem.
每个人都有这个问题，
Right?
对不对？
This is a fact. All of us, we have this
这是
problem.
我不能否认的一个事实。
Now, actually, angels, they have the same problem.
事实上，天使呢，他们也有同样的问题。
So, don't consider it a problem, but I have to know how to control it.
不要把它当作是一个问题，但是我们要知道怎么样去控制。
Angels, they also also have the same problem.
天使们也有同样的一个问题。
Jibreel alayhi salam, the leader of angels,
那加百列天使，他是天使们的一个领袖。
when Pharaoh drowned in the sea,
当法老王他被淹在这个红海里面的时候，
who was next to him?
他旁边是谁？
Jibreel.
是加百列天使。
Do you know what was he doing?
加百列天使在他做什么，你知道吗？
He was putting the water in the mouth of Pharaoh.
他是一直把那个水泼进去法老王的嘴巴里面。
He told the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu this story.
他有跟天使方的讲他的这个故事。
He told him, I was afraid that he will say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, and Allah accept.
那加百列天使他说呢，我当初把水泼到他的嘴巴里面，因为很担心说会不会他等下一定的做证词，然后阿拉就刚好也接受了他的这个忏悔。
Is it because Jibreel hates Pharaoh?
是因为加百列天使很痛恨这个法老王吗？
Not really.
不见得。
But it is because Jibreel alayhi salam, he knows how merciful Allah is.
而是加百列天使他知道阿拉是有多么的仁慈，
And he knows how bad Pharaoh is.
他也知道法老王有多么恶劣。
He doesn't want Pharaoh to have a chance to get this mercy from Allah.
他不希望法老王有任何一丝毫的机会去得到阿拉的一点仁慈。
Of course, in another part, if Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala doesn't allow Jibreel to do this, he will not be able to do so.
当然，我们从一方面来讲，如果当初阿拉不愿意让加百列天使去把这个水泼到他嘴里的话，加百列天使也没有办法去把水泼到他的嘴里。
But when did Jibreel do this?
那加百列天使是什么时候做这件事情？
When Pharaoh was so sure that he will die.
就是法老王他已经很确定知道他快要死掉了，
And when Pharaoh was so sure that he was wrong and Musa is right.
然后这法老王他非常的肯定的知道他错了，那穆萨是对的。
My point is why Jibreel alayhi salam was doing this. Not because he hates Pharaoh. Because he hates the disbelief of Pharaoh.
那为什么会这样讲？就是说，并不是说加百列天使他痛恨这个法老王，而是他痛恨法老王他内心这种不信阿拉的这个心。
So I am a human being.
那我是一个人，
When I see someone who is hurting Islam, trying to destroy Islam, insist to keep on doing this until the last moment of his life, then when I hope, inshallah, that he will go to hell, this is not because I'm supporting shaitan. No, this is because I feel angry for the sake of Allah.
当我看到一个他不断的在伤害伊斯兰，然后呢就是诋毁，然后就是破坏伊斯兰，一直到而且他不肯悔改，一直到他快要死了，他还是持续的在这样去做。那这时候呢，我会去请求阿拉，就是不让他能够下地狱，并不是说我在帮助撒旦做一个伙伴，而是呢我是为了阿拉而去愤怒、讨厌、生气这个人。
And this is something very important for me to understand. When someone is already dead, a dead body, and it is so clear and obvious that that person was against Islam, then yes, based on my love to Islam, not based on my hatred to this person, based on my love to Islam, then I say, inshallah, he will pay for this hatred.
那当就是这个人他做了很多的恶事，伤害了伊斯兰，然后呢他在做这样恶事的情况之下死掉了，然后呢，那根据这个意思。
When that person is dead,
然后我很高兴的说，他终于死掉了，并不是因为我很讨厌这个人，而是我出于我对阿拉、对伊斯兰的爱，所以说我会心生喜悦。
clear, so I need to understand this, that I love and hate for the sake of Allah.
我是为阿拉而心生喜悦，我为阿拉而心生痛恨。
Why do we all hate Abu Jahl?
为什么大家都非常的痛恨阿布加罕？
Was it because he was big or small or fat or thin or beard or whatever?
是因为他的长相我不喜欢吗？
Or why we all hate Abu Lahab, let us say, because he is the uncle of the Prophet Muhammad.
那为什么会很痛恨是痛恨他的这个伯父阿布拉罕？
We don't hate Abu Lahab himself.
我们不会痛恨阿布拉罕这个人，
We hate the disbelief in the heart and the brain of Abu Lahab.
而是他内心、他的头脑里面这份不信仰阿拉的这个地方。
We, real believers, real Muslims, real believers, we shouldn't hate anyone for personal things.
我们真正的一个信仰者的话，
But at the same time, we should, and I'm saying we should, hate those who hate Allah and His religion.
但是呢，同样的，我们要为了阿拉而去，因为阿拉而去讨厌、痛恨那一些去诋毁阿拉、伤害伊斯兰的人。
No matter who is he, even if he is my father, or my brother, or my son, or my uncle, or whoever he is.
不管他是谁，就算是我的亲戚家人也是一样。
Okay? Now number 6, we try to finish. Now number 6 is the organizing. My soul should be organized.
那第六点呢，就是我们灵魂的这种组织性。
And the meaning of organizing is to have the wisdom to pick up the correct thing to do and the bad thing to be away from.
所以灵魂的组织性呢，就是说它要有非常的一个秩序，它有一个明确的组织，要去能够去拣选正确的事情来做，然后去避免那些不正确的事情。
And I need to train myself. The organizing, it means I need to train myself to be calm, to choose, to pick up what is the thing I should do first, what is the thing I should do last.
灵魂的组织性呢，就是说它能够去决定哪些是先决要件、要紧首要之务，哪一些是要这个本末要非常的清楚。
Number 7 is the gravity. And the gravity is the kind of, let us say, the politeness.
那个第
Yes.
第7点就是说我们的这种
Let us say the peaceful. My soul, I must have a peaceful soul.
不可以是灵魂的祥和平静。
What is the meaning of peaceful soul?
什么叫做平静的灵魂？
Ignorant people are everywhere.
要知道，到处都有无知的人。
Actually, all of us, we are ignorant.
就像我们大家都很无知，
But we are ignorant in some part, and we are professional in another
我
part.
们一定在某些地方，某些地方我们是很无知，但是某些地方是我们的专长。
And we said before, there is ignorance, and there is no knowledge.
有一种是无知的人，有一种是没有知识的人。
So there is someone who has no knowledge.
有一种人他没有知识。
This is illiterate, let us say, someone who doesn't, like me, for example, I have no knowledge about Chinese language.
比方说像我对中文没有任何的知识，
So I have no idea about this language.
所以我对这个语言没有任何的一个知识。
This doesn't mean that I am ignorant in Chinese
它
language.
并不是说我在中文方面是无知的。
But when I start to discuss with all of you about Chinese language,
但是呢，我既会中文，又开始要跟大家来探讨中文。
and when I insist that what I say in Chinese is correct and what you all say in Chinese is wrong, this is because I am ignorant.
但是呢，我还是坚持说我讲的中文是标准的，我讲的通通都不对。我这样的行为就是无知的行为。
For example, give you an example to make it so clear.
举一个例子，
Suppose that hello in Chinese is ni hao, right?
中文是叫 “hello”，就是你好。
Now, let us say that because I was living, or because in Hong Kong they don't say ni hao, they say lei hao.
在
In
香港
Cantonese.
讲
Let us say that they taught me that hello in Chinese is lei hao.
然后香港人他们教我说，中文讲你好的话就是要雷同。
Then I come here
然后我来到台湾，
and then I say lei hao.
然后我讲雷同，
And then all of you laugh at me and then you say you should say ni hao.
那大家都在笑我，然后跟我讲说你应该讲你好。
Then I say no, in Chinese it should be lei hao.
然后说对不对？中文应该叫做雷同。
I have a knowledge,
我有我的知识，
but it is wrong knowledge.
但是是一个错误的知识。
It is so obvious that all of you know Chinese better than I.
那很明显的，在场的每一位都比我还要懂中文。
But I still insist that my information is correct. Your information is wrong.
但我在你的面前，我还是坚持说我的这个讯息是正确的，你的讯息都是错的。
This is because I am ignorant.
这代表我是一个无知的人。
So who is the ignorant person? He is the one who has wrong knowledge and insists that his knowledge is right.
一个无知的人，就是说他的知识是错误的，但是他却坚持不改，而且还就是认为自己错误的知识是对的。
Those are the people that Allah says in Quran, be away from them.
阿拉在古兰经告诉我们要远离这种无知的人。
This is the gravity. This is the, what we said, This is the peaceful of the soul.
这就是灵魂的一种平静，
To be away from argument.
就是要去远离无谓的这种争论。
وَإِذَا خَاطَبَهُمُ الْجَاهِلُونَ قَالُوا سَلَامًا. When ignorant people, they talk to them, they say, okay, fine, thank you, salam alaikum.
那些无知的要来跟你去辩论的时候，你跟他说啊，好的，没关系，就离开他，不要再继续跟他辩下去了。
And salama has two meanings. Salaman has two meanings.
这是有两个意思。
The first meaning is to say salam alaikum and leave.
第一个意思呢，就是说人家讲萨拉马雷口，然后你就离开他。
And the second meaning, because sometimes it is not good to say salam alaikum and leave.
那第二个就是有时候呢，你讲萨拉马雷口，然后就离开，有时候这样子对。
So the second is to say nice things.
那第二种呢情况就是说，你可以跟他讲几句好话。
Like for example, we go back to Leihao, and then you find that I am so ignorant and arrogant. Then you say, yeah, actually it is Leihao.
比方说，你们面对像我这样一个无知的人，然后我跟你坚持说雷好才是正确的中文，然后你就说啊，对了，看你讲的是对了，好了，那我就懂了。
So this is the second meaning of salama. Okay, as you like. It means just okay, stop talking. This is another meaning. No need to say shut up. Just say, okay, thank you.
所以说，第二种这个萨拉玛的意思呢，就是说你不用叫他闭嘴，你不用给他难看，你说好，然后就离开，就别这个无知的人。
So one of the training of my soul to be peaceful is to accept to be the loser in front of ignorance.
所以说要去锻炼我的灵魂，要得到灵魂的平静呢，就是要去锻炼我自己，然后呢，就是不要去受到那些无知的人的干扰。
You understand? That okay, you win.
就是说，你宁愿认输，在无知的人面前认输没有关系，就算你赢，然后呢，你愿意吞下这一口气，不要再去跟他浪费时间。
Ali radiallahu anh, the cousin of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, whenever I discuss with educated people, alhamdulillah, I win.
先说或者他的这个表弟堂弟阿里，他是说呢，每次我跟那些有知识的人在争论的时候呢，都是我赢。
And he said, and whenever I argue with ignorant people, I always lose.
那每次我跟那些无知的人在那边争论的时候呢，都是我输。
So, to be a loser in front of ignorant people is a winning.
所以呢，你当面对无知的人的时候，你表面上好像是你变输了，事实上呢是你赢了。
Clear? And how do I know that this is argument, not discussion?
那我要怎么样才可以去知道说这个是一种无谓的争论，而不是一个理性的讨论？
When I say the same thing more than 3 times, and I get the same wrong answer more than 3 times, this is argument. Stop it.
当我同样的一件事情，我连续讲了3次，然后3次他给我的答案都是一个错误的，而且他坚持不改的话，那这个就是一种无谓的争论。
More than this, I am in a way or another disobeying Allah because Allah gives me an order and He said, وَأَعْرِضْ عَنِ الْجَاهِلِينَ, be away from ignorance.
那如果说呢已经3次了，接下来我还是继续的去跟他争论的话呢，那在某方面来讲，我就像是在违背阿拉的旨意，因为阿拉有命令我们面对无知的人的时候，就跟他讲几句好话就离开。
Yalla, number 8, they are all 9, so we try to finish. Then number 8 is the piety and devoutness.
第八点呢，就是我们的这种虔诚的，
Piety and devoutness.
还有这种
Let me explain.
忠诚的这种奉献。
Okay, let me explain what does this mean. When my soul is pious and devoted, then sometimes I be away from halal thing. I be away from halal thing to be more away from haram thing. You say this sentence and then I will explain.
当我内心有这种虔诚、这种忠诚的这种投入的时候，那我会去离开那些违反教法的事情，那我也会离开符合教法的事情更远。
But I don't order others to do the same.
但是我不要叫别人跟我一起做。
Give you an example.
举一个例子，
Vinegar
比方说这个醋，
is halal or haram?
醋可不可以喝？
It is halal.
它是可以的。
Someone told me that this vinegar is grape vinegar.
有人跟我说这个醋呢是从葡萄酿造的，
And they told me that, the grape vinegar, sometimes it really becomes vinegar, totally 100%, and sometimes it is half wine and vinegar.
那他就跟我讲说呢，这个葡萄醋有时候呢它是100%的醋，有时候它会50%变成醋，50%变成酒。
But the taste is vinegar, totally vinegar.
但是这个口味喝起来还是一样是醋。
Now, this is halal or haram?
那这个是不是哈拉的？
This is halal.
这是哈拉的。
But when my soul is devoted and pious, then I say, let us take apple vinegar. It is safer.
但是当我的这个灵魂有这一份的这种虔诚跟这种忠诚的话，那我就会舍弃这个，然后去选择一个比较没有任何的疑虑的东西。
But I shouldn't come to you and say, hey, look, this is haram, don't take it.
但是我内心可以对自己要求做到这一点，但是我不能去阻止别人，就是别人明明在吃这个看起来可以的，然后你对他说不行。
This is something related to me. I decide to do this to myself only, and I cannot force others to do it.
这种呢是一种自我要求，你自己可以要求自己做到这种程度，但是你不能命别人跟你一起做。
Got it? Once when one person came to Abu Bakr radiallahu anh, and he gave him the glass of milk.
有一次呢，有一个人来到阿布巴克的面前，给他了一杯牛奶。
Then Abu Bakr drank it. He said Bismillah, then he drank it.
阿布巴克讲了句什么呢？然后把它喝下去。
Then someone came to Abu Bakr, and then he told him, this milk is stolen from one sheep. It doesn't belong to the one who gave it to you.
然后呢，这个旁边就来跟他讲说呢，你这个牛奶，这个奶呢，羊奶呢是，它是就是偷来的这个羊，它并不是一个合法的这个牛奶羊奶。
Now, is it the problem of Abu Bakr?
那是阿布巴克的错吗？
No. Will Allah ask Abu Bakr about this milk?
阿拉会去跟阿布巴克责问这杯奶吗？
No.
不会。
What did Abu Bakr do?
那阿布巴克他怎么做呢？
He put his finger in his throat and he vomit everything.
他用这个食指放到他的这个喉咙那边，然后把刚的羊奶全部吐出来。
And he drink water and put his finger and vomit again.
然后他又再喝一杯水，然后再用食指去碰他的这个喉咙，然后再把这个水再吐出来。
And again and again.
然后重复这样反复去做。
Then what did he say?
然后他说什么？
He said, Oh Allah, I did my best not to let any haram thing get into my body. And oh Allah, I'm asking you to forgive me for the part of the milk that is mixed with my blood.
那阿布巴克就说：“阿拉，我尽尽我最大的能力，让我的身体没有沾染上存在任何违反教法的东西。那请求你饶恕我，如果我身体的血液，我的里面还不免还是有些东西就是沾染这个偷来的这个羊奶。”
But he didn't order anyone to do the same.
但是阿布巴克从来没有要求任何人去像他做到他这种境界。
And he knew that even if he didn't vomit, he didn't do anything, it is not his fault.
那他很清楚，就算他没有把它吐出来，他也绝对不是他的错，他没有任何的一个责任。
But why he did this?
那他为什么要这么做？
Because he wants his soul to remain, his soul and body to remain pious and clean as much as he can.
因为他想要做尽最大的努力，让他的灵魂跟肉体都能够随时保持最干净的一个状态。
When I have a new mobile, I bought it today morning. Then each 5 minutes, I clean it.
那如果我今天早上才买了一个新的手机，可能几分钟呢，我就会把它擦一下，然后把它擦干净。
And when I find that, oh, there is something, oh, what is this? Then I keep on cleaning it. Why? Because it is new and I want it to look so nice. While maybe 1 year later, it fall down. Anyway, just leave it, no problem. It becomes different.
因为它很新，然后就是很干净，就可能就是有一点问题，我就想办法要把它弄好。那可能1年之后旧了之后摔在地上，我也想说没关系。
So, when my soul is so clean, even when there is a small drop of dust or whatever, it will be so obvious, and then I want to clean it.
因为我的灵魂是非常非常的纯白洁净，非常的干净。那就算有一个非常非常小的一个灰尘在上面的话，我还是会看起来非常的刺眼，想要把它弄干净。
But then when my soul is, we say in Arabic, we say the net, the net that we use it when we are cleaning the vegetables, the safe, the net, that we put it, then we put the water, then the water will go down.
就是我们在洗菜的时候有这个筛子，
We say extra 1 hole in the net will not do anything.
那就算这个筛子很多洞嘛，那你在这个筛子再做一个洞的话，有没有什么差别？
You know what I mean? my soul has all of those holes,
那如果我的灵魂呢，就像这个筛子一样，已经有很多的破洞。
envy, hatred, backbiting, whatever, all of those, then what is extra? 1 cup of milk that maybe okay, maybe not okay, anyway, who cares?
我的灵魂里面充满了嫉妒、仇恨这些背叛这些的坏东西，然后我只是不小心喝了一杯有点疑虑的这个羊奶而已，那有什么关系？
But when my soul is so clean and pure, just like the mirror, when it is so clean, when there is a small dust or whatever, then you feel so unhappy and you want to clean it right away.
那我的灵魂呢，就像一个玻璃，非常的干净，然后你闻到一个小小的灰尘，你还是会觉得不舒服，一定要把它擦掉。
So it depends what kind of soul do I have. Do I have a mirror soul? Do I have a diamond soul? Or do I have asphalt soul? Then it is different.
那就是要看我们有什么样的一个灵魂，我们是有像镜子明镜一样的明亮干净的灵魂，还是像钻石一样闪亮的灵魂，还是我们的灵魂就像是那个柏油路上的柏油一样。
Then the last thing is the quietness of the soul.
最后一个呢，就是心灵的这个寂静。
It means no matter what kind of big attraction I see in front of me, as long as it is haram, it doesn't do anything to my soul.
不管外在有多大的一个诱惑的一个东西在引诱我，但是它对我的灵魂一点影响都没有。
Whenever there are a lot of attractive haram things around me, as much as they are haram, as much as disgusting feeling it gives me to be away.
那在我面前有一些不合教法的东西呢，就是它不管就是看到那些东西呢，我就觉得非常的恶心，非常的反胃，就想离开它。
So those 9 things are in general the things that I need to practice to have a chaste soul that can be controlled in this way.
那就刚讲这些9点呢，就是要让我们能够得到这个一个洁净纯洁的一个灵魂。
So we stop here, and then next week, inshallah, we keep going with another part of training the heart and the soul.